brother. Do you want to put the headphones on, or are you good? You can if you want to. If it ain't gonna stretch, if it's too uncomfortable, you really don't need to.
Ain't gonna mess up the waves?
Nah.
Nah, for sure.
If you want, also maybe like scoot the microphone like this, more so in front of you. There you go.
That's alright for sure.
Perfect. And then now, as far as like podcast etiquette, just make sure at all times your mouth is one fist away from the camera or from the microphone. So just to make sure, people tend to do all this, but it's better if the audio is, you know what I'm saying. I usually tell people it's one fist away.
All right.
Like that, you straight.
All right, for sure.
Well, brother, appreciate this. This shit was unexpected. This was definitely unexpected. Very last minute of a podcast, but I appreciate you for being here, bro. I appreciate you for being on the SOUCast, bro. For those that don't know, and for you, this is the Seldom Observed and Understood. You feel me? This is my platform that I bring people on who I feel like deserves a little bit of recognition and deserves some attention with the things that they do and the things that they're going on, especially if it's in a positive light. And bro, because I just believe everybody at some point has been seldom observed and understood. You know what I mean? Like you had either has something to say or something to do or something that was moving you within your soul, but other people really don't care too much. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you. You know, for people that don't know, this is the homie Zay. You know what I mean? We bringing him in. We literally just met today. So I appreciate you for even being on the podcast, bro, and stepping outside your comfort zone. I know you said this is a little outside your comfort zone, but you know what I'm saying? There's a bigger picture at hand and at large, you feel me? So I appreciate you for giving me your time. Could be anywhere else, but bro, you here. So I appreciate that, bro.
Nah, for sure, bro. I appreciate the opportunity of being here. I think this is a good platform, like, for me to even just get marketing for what I got going on. And, yeah, I just really appreciate you having me here. And God works in mysterious ways, so it brought me here today. So this is like a cool moment.
No,
you know?
Dead ass, bro. Cause all morning, bro, like out, like I told you, I had somebody else coming in.
Yeah.
But yesterday, it kind of like they had something else to do. I don't want to say they cat it off, but like they cat it off, essentially. But I mean, it was rightfully so. They just had something else to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, so they just had something else to do, and for the last almost 24 hours, I've been trying to scramble and find somebody to. And I woke up this morning thinking I wasn't gonna be doing the podcast today.
Yeah.
You feel me? Or I was gonna be here by myself or something like that. And then I walked in the barbershop, and you was sitting in the barbershop, and P said what he said. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Bro, do me a favor." I'm just like, "Okay." You know, he was like, "Can you?" I forget what he said, but he was just like. He was like, "Can I ask you for something, or can I ask for a favor and shit?" And he's talked about, you know, you and what you got going on and getting on the podcast. I was like, "Bruh, that's God. That gotta be God, because I pay money for this and I invest in myself, and I wanted to make sure that I was getting my money's worth out of this. You know what I'm saying?"
So speaking of P, just to break the ice, man, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for P Moore. He blessed me today with a nice cut, so this cut is brought to you by P.
Yeah, so. Bless you. Hey, and the crazy thing is, bro, is that this is the second podcast where P named and been brought up. I had I had Deja, I had Kishana and Rich here last week, or the week or before, last week. And they were like, during that podcast, they was talking about their journey in barbering. We're all barbers and hairstylists and things, so we was talking about our journey and stuff. And a handful of people's stories in there involve P. So we started talking about P, and I'm just like, bro, it's crazy that this even happened. I'm like, bro, this P is a dope person, bro.
Yeah, and just to add on that, I did watch a little clip of that, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was your platform, but I did see the other barbers like pay homage to P, so that was like a really cool thing.
Yeah, that was dope. That was on the SOUCast for sure.
But yeah, just to add on to that, like as he cutting me and I'm telling him about like what I had going on, he's like, "Oh, you want to do a podcast?" I was like, "Nah, P, I don't want to do a podcast, bro." And he's like, just do it. I'm like, "Nah, I ain't gonna do it." And then it was kind of like a good peer pressure moment. Like I don't really fall to peer pressure, but I thought it was like a great opportunity not only to, step outside my comfort zone, but like to market what I got going on. So, yeah. So if I could broadcast what I got going on, like, is this the opportunity too, or
Yeah,
all right,
so dude, yeah, that's I mean, I was finna get to that
Yeah,
next,
I'll
like as
let
far
you.
as like what is going on. I mean, you can do your thing, bro.
Nah,
bro.
I'll let you.
Trust
do your
me.
thing. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So my boy Zay here, he is an author, and when P was telling me about what he got going on, it literally, like I said, bro, it was God for real.
Yeah.
Because when I'm like, he coming to me talking about you. One, I needed somebody to be here. Two, like I didn't want to just, I wanted it to mean something. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping so much in my heart that I was like, damn, bro, I'm scrambling to find somebody to get on the podcast. Da da da. And I just like, part of me don't want to do it because I feel like it's last minute, and now I'm finna bring on somebody that really ain't got nothing to say, and we just trying to make conversation and shit like that. So when he came to the situation, and I met you, and he was doing what he was doing, his due diligence on that, I was like, oh, my boy, right. Children's books? Oh. Last thing I thought I was finna hear today, I was like, oh yeah, bro. I'm like, and the crazy, I used to want to, like, maybe like 5 years ago, I thought about writing children's book myself.
Yeah.
And then when P came to me with you, talking about the children's book, I was like, bro, this is perfect, bro. It's positive. Like, it's seldom observed and understood. People don't just be picking up children's books unless they really move to, for real. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Especially trying to write some shit.
For sure.
As a black person, as an entrepreneur, and giving back to our community that way, bro. Like, it's super dope to even see the visual, the artwork. This shit looks professional as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just looked hella professional. And and to the audience, bro, like, this is what this is about, bro. Like, doing things that's gonna help and impact our community and the people around us in a positive way. Like, we want the attention. We want our names out there. We want that notoriety. We want to be felt, but it has to feel right to you. And me just bringing up some random person right here for the first part of my day, it just wasn't feeling right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, bro, no. And so when I heard about Zay with the children's books, I'm like, oh my God, you doing your thing for real. Because I was like, bro, yes, this is exactly what I needed. Because and it's something that I've never actually talked about before, and I've never actually had a chance to experience. I've never met anybody personally that has written any book, period, but like children's books.
Yeah,
and stuff
for
like
sure.
that.
Matter of fact, before I even get into it, I want to let you know that I brought 2 copies. So one is for you.
Oh, real shit.
Yeah,
hold on,
yeah,
bro. Like,
sure.
and he blessing people with gifts and shit. Hold on.
Yeah, man.
All right, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's a personalized stamp on the front cover, and then if you open the book, you'll see that the first page. We wrote a small note, and it's not only me, but it's my girlfriend Ivana McIntosh, and then my daughter signed the book as well. So.
Oh, that's so dope.
Yeah,
bro.
man. So I just I
That's
really
so
appreciate
dope.
you
Yeah, that's
opening
real.
your platform. You feel me? So I just hope you enjoy the book. Not only that, I just hope it just inspire you to want to go to this magical land that we went to. So
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support and enjoy your adventure.
yeah. So
And this is an adventure for sure. This podcast and the music, everything I've been doing has been an adventure. The last 2 years have been an adventure for me.
yeah.
So that resonates, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. But give us a little breakdown on what this is and what it means to you.
Okay, for sure. So this story is called Mila's Trip to the Magical Land, written by me, Isaiah Alford, known as Zay, and it's illustrated by my girlfriend Ivana McIntosh. She did all the illustrations, so I give her full credit on these amazing illustrations.
And this is amazing.
Yeah, for
Look
sure.
at, bro. Look at that. This is amazing.
Appreciate it, man.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, appreciate it. So yeah, what inspired this book? I just want to give a backstory about myself. Like, originally I'm from the Bay Area. I grew up in Oakland. Grew up in Vallejo. I always was keen to writing books, or just writing little stories, writing little poems as an adult. I mean, as a kid, and in fact, I want to pay homage to my late sister, Devin Alford. I know at her funeral I wrote a poem and I recited it during the funeral. And I know one of the stanzas was "Lost a sister, but now I gained an angel." So, poems has been a theme of my life. In fact, I want to pay homage to my late roommate, Lance Jackson. He lost his life in 2015, and I also wrote a poem at his funeral. I don't know, poems I just like the harmony of poems, and I like the rhythmic of like making words rhyme, and then just creating a story.
And that feeling which it invokes, bro.
Yeah. So not only that too, and then I feel like stories go a long way. Like, and I'm just saying this all at the top of my dome. So I'm trying to gather all my thoughts.
No,
but
go ahead.
A story resonates with music. A story resonates with movies. Of course, with books. So just being able to write a book or write a story, you could have so many elements of that. So that's what inspired me to write these children books. Now getting to today, what made me write this book for my daughter, I love my daughter unconditionally. Like, having my daughter changed my life. Like, she's a year for her year celebration, her year birthday. I wanted to take her to Disneyland. So, and then also I want to document something that shows that she went to Disneyland. So when she's like 3 to 4 years old, she won't be like, "Daddy, you never took me to Disneyland." I'm like, it's a whole book right here for you.
Nah, you got the evidence. This is right here, bro.
It's a whole book right here showing
sure.
it. But I want to even go back. Like, when my daughter was born, I'll say about like 2 days after she was born, I would read her books, bro. Like, I'll read her books like from 2 days till today. Like, I just read her a book today. And
how old is she?
She's I'm still saying this, but she's 15 months, so I don't even say the year.
Yeah, so, hey, yeah.
So matter of fact, 16 months.
Congratulations on that.
Appreciate that.
Months.
Yeah. So what inspired me to write a book for her was not only I was reading to her all these books I've been reading to her, and I just want to thank my family, thank all my friends who provided books at her baby shower. So me and my girlfriend Ivana, we asked everybody on a personalized note for an invitation of the baby shower to bring a book, so because the book could speak more volume than like a card, it's something that we could read. And then we asked if people could write like small little notes in the book just to, so it's like the book is more personalized. So I've been reading all these books to my daughter, and that's what's been inspiring. Like, all right, I see how these books going. Let me write. I know I could write a book like this. I've been writing little poems here and there, like ever since I was a little kid. So I know I could write something that's meaningful. And what inspired this was taking her to Disneyland. So when we took her to Disneyland, everything that happened in the book is actually something that really happened.
Really
I mean,
happened,
of course, it's a children's book, so we have to make it.
That was gonna be my next question. Is like if every single thing in here is her actual life experience.
Yeah, so the book is like displayed in her eyes, in her hindsight, and what she's seen, but it's like what I've seen for her. So it's like I'm speaking for her, and I'm just hoping that's what was resonating. But a lot of the stuff in the book happens, and a lot of the stuff in the book can happen not only for her but for other kids, for other adults. So that's what really inspired the book. And also I wanted to write the book immediately after we went to Disneyland, so I didn't want to forget. Like you do an experience and you could easily just forget like those little important moments. Like there's one portion in the book where I mentioned when we took our daughter to the entrance, you get a first time pin as a first recipient. So that was like little details like that I want to include in the book, and just really just show how much I love my daughter.
How long did it take for you to write the book?
I'll say a couple of days. Like initially to write the story, like the first draft, it probably took like 2 hours, but keep editing and trying to perfect it. Like I'm a perfectionist, and I think my girlfriend is a perfectionist too. So it was just like trying to like make this perfect and make it easily to read for kids and for teachers, people to just people to catch the concept of the book. So yeah.
Is there an overall message that you want people to get out of this book?
Um, yeah. The message I wanna get to people is just take your kids to make memorable moments with your kids,
Mm-hmm.
cause those memories could last forever. You know.
Forever.
Yeah. So definitely make memories with your children. It's just really impactful, and you just
Mm-hmm.
never know like how much that will impact the kid. Like I still remember with my dad taking me to like Raider games or like football games, basketball games, and to this day, like we still go to games. In fact, like when I was like I think about like 7, 8 years old, he took me to a Raiders game in Oakland,
Mm-hmm.
and I never forget that, you know. And in fact, like last year, we just went to a Miami Dolphins and Oakland Raider game in
Mm-hmm.
Miami. So
Okay.
it's like that transition from 7 years old to my age now, like we
Mm-hmm.
still doing the same thing. So it's just like you don't take those memories for granted.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my mom, like my mom is the strongest woman in the world I know. So it's like she made those memories happen for us at her early. Me and my sister, she made those memories happen for us. And I just appreciate just having good parents and just having those memories that I could look back on. So that's the message I want to deliver to people. Like, um,
Yeah, because at the end of the day, bro, these kids deserve to have those experiences.
yeah, for sure,
These
for
kids
sure.
deserve to have a life and experiences and have a life that um, that they can look back on and be real proud of. And you know what I'm saying? Because me personally, like there's nothing that I would change about the way that I grew up and stuff like that. Like I had both my parents and stuff, and they made sure that we didn't want for nothing.
Yeah.
I personally, when growing up, didn't want nothing.
Yeah.
And that kind of speaks to like how I am as an adult too. I don't want anything. Like there's certain things I see. I see certain things. Somebody could see something and be like, "Oh, I want that."
Yeah.
And me, I see it and I be like, "Oh, that's nice."
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily feel like I want that because I've never really wanted for something. You know what I'm saying? I know that's not everybody's experience, but I am grateful and blessed for that. But my parents made sure that I had a life that they never had.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm being 31, I'm placing the responsibility upon myself to give my parents a life that they've never had to live, or they've never gotten to live.
Yeah.
Life of lavish comfortability. You know what I'm saying? But because they worked so hard and they knew what they wanted out, they didn't just have me. They knew what they wanted when they found each other, and they knew what kind of experiences they wanted to give the people that came behind them. Me, my sister, my brother. Like these kids know nothing when they get here,
Right.
and it's up to us and it's our responsibility to teach them how to move in this crazy life that we live.
Mm-hmm.
And you learn from experience, and the more experiences that we could give our kids, the more they'll learn. Even if they don't understand it as them learning, they're gaining and soaking up knowledge from just going on a trip somewhere. So even my girl, we was just having a conversation about this. My girl loves to travel and stuff like that. Me, I'm cool where I'm at. Like I don't need to. Those things are fun, but I don't need to. But I'm seeing what kind of experiences and lessons that she be learning on all of the trips and things that she has been on and has been on and plan on going to. And I'm like, bruh, so now made me look at myself. I was like, damn, I don't understand it because I ain't been there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because I just don't pay attention, but it's more because, bro, I just haven't had those experiences.
Yeah.
And because she's had those experiences, her mind is open in a way that partially my mind can't even fathom sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So starting your kids off young, going to Disney. I remember the first time I went to Disneyland.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Like I was like mesmerized, and it made me feel so good about myself and my family, bro. Like that I was able to experience that, and knowing that there's people out there that don't get to experience that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And also, I want to add too. Like my mom made it happen where, not only did she take me to Disneyland for the first time, she took me to Disney World too.
Ooh,
So
Disney World's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, why not create something where it's like, my child not only went there, but she has a book to show other kids that she can go there.
Tangible evidence.
Yeah.
Of her being there and having fun, and learning the things that she might have learned or whatever.
Yeah.
Because these experiences, she might be in this one experience. Because if you're doing this, first of all, that means at some point she's gonna be a creative person as well.
Yeah,
in my
so.
opinion,
I
you know what I'm
so.
saying? Like
Yeah,
I don't know the future. I don't, only God knows. But I think us as black people, regardless, are naturally creative people and creators. We've created everything, and at some point she's gonna want to create something, and at some point this experience is going to give her either the motivation or the inspiration to create whatever she wants to create.
For sure.
And that's gonna be because you decided to be creative and decided to step outside of your comfort zone and decided to go out on that leap, and you had the vision. So her vision is your vision at some point because you inspired that, bro. And you gotta remember that. You know what I mean?
On, bro. I appreciate that, bro. I ain't never really looked at it like that, but yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, because bro, there's plenty of things that I've done and songs that I've written or creative ventures that I've been on that were inspired by an experience or words from my family and stuff. And maybe not at that moment. Maybe I didn't make and be creative right at that moment. Maybe it took years for me to kind of catch up to the vibration of what was going on.
Yeah.
But at some point, I was able to make something beautiful because somebody else did something beautiful for me.
Yeah.
Even if that's years, even if that like took years to happen, at some point I was able to do that because if that person would never live out the dream that they wanted to dream, or that they wanted to live, I would have never been able to do that. And because I don't believe in they're just coincidences. I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's great, bro. How
Oh, can I add?
Yeah, go ahead.
You mentioned travel, so that's one of my biggest things in life, man. Like I love to travel.
Mm-hmm.
Like me and my girl, we love traveling. In fact, we just got our daughter a passport like last month. So
let's go, man.
Yeah, we plan on traveling the world. Like we
And
travel.
there's adults that ain't got their passport.
Exactly. So that's an inspiration too. Like whatever I can do, like anybody can do. So that's why I be jotting these down and I display that too. Like if I can do it, you can do it pretty much. So yeah, traveling that's like a big aspect of my life. Pretty much really the last couple of years. Just want to travel the world because it make you appreciate home so much. Like not only are you enjoying like yourself and you're experiencing a new culture, you experiencing new food, but when you get back home, you appreciate home so much. Oh my God! So for example, I went to Atlanta about two weeks ago, and although that's within the States, and I love the Atlanta culture. The food was great, but it's just like I've never seen the snow, and me and my pops got snowed in, like, and we had to stay in a hotel. So it was just like, dang, we never experienced that. We take that for granted as Californians. So it was like, wow, this was like a wake up call. Like it just made me appreciate coming back home. Out there in Atlanta, it was like 22 degrees with snow. We come back home, it's 59 degrees. And I'm like, oh, this is nothing. Like,
For
so
real, 22 is.
yeah, it's insane, cold. Insane. So
that's cold.
But yeah, like traveling is something that I love to do, man. I love traveling the world. I've been to some amazing places, and it's just like even the most amazing places make you appreciate home. Like,
what's your favorite place to be?
I say, as most recent, Jamaica was really a cool moment.
Okay.
My pops put me on the Bob Marley early on, like listening to the music, and I just like that culture. Like I like Belly. Belly's one of my favorite movies. I like Shottas
That's
too.
a classic, bro.
Yeah,
Shottas is a classic
so
for sure.
I like the lingo mingo that they got.
Yeah,
So,
you know what I'm saying? It entices you. You be wanting to hear more. Like you be
yeah.
like, what you say?
Yeah.
Like, say that again, bro. Say that again.
So and then one of my favorite dishes too is like Jamaican jerk chicken. Like, I like to grill that. Like and so it's just paying homage to that. And Bob Marley, like his movie just came out like not too long ago. So when I seen that movie, I was like, man, I really want to go there. And just hearing the music of Bob Marley's tunes and being out there, and me and my girlfriend was able to go to Bob Marley's 9 Mile Road, I believe. And it was just cool, like seeing where where he grew up at and just experiencing the culture. And it was cool, man. It was like a cool experience, man. It's like a full circle moment. Like from your childhood, you listening to Bob Marley to actually going where he grew up at. It was like really cool.
Okay.
I've been to Brazil. Brazil was an experience as well. Actually, I actually have family out there, so it was kind of cool. Yeah. So one of my cousins kind of showed me like how to speak Portuguese and just learn their culture. And
they speak Portuguese in Brazil?
They speak Portuguese out there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's you teaching me something today. Right?
Yeah, so it was cool to just be out there, just experiencing cultures, experience like the different type of food they like. And I was in Rio de Janeiro.
Okay.
And it was just like a cool moment. Shout out to my uncle, man. He made it happen. So
yeah, shout out to the uncle.
Yeah. So he made that happen.
My family.
I've been to Europe too, man. Like been to Paris, London, and I've been to Egypt too. Like the pyramids, man. Yeah. So it was like
okay, you done did your thing. I'm trying to be like you, bro.
Yeah, man. It's just cool. Like, but it's cool to really go experience like the world because. Like we take a lot of stuff for granted, like that you wouldn't even think about, like the infrastructure, like the roads we have here at home. Like it's like we take that for granted because some certain areas, certain countries, their roads is not up to par, like ours. So although it's like a great vacation, it just like you be like, dang, this is not like home, you know. So you take like us washing our hands, the faucet. Like when I went to the bathroom, I'm like, man, this is cool because I've been in areas where it's like
ain't no faucet to wash
it's
nothing.
Like, it's a little tough. Yeah. Or you go to certain areas where you gotta pay to use the bathroom, like, and that's,
you gotta pay to use the bathroom.
Yeah, in certain countries, that's factual,
bruh.
Like, I'm serious, bro. Like
that's crazy.
And like it's crazy too. Another thing too, just to add on that, like. Of course they accept U.S. dollar, but like you could they could easily get over on you if you don't know the currency exchange rate. So you giving somebody they like $5, but it's really like $2 in their currency. So something to think about.
So it's like those experiences, bro. And this is the basis of what like you wanted to give your daughter an experience that she can learn and grow from, bro.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
you've been going on those experiences, and if you would have never gone on like we just said, bro, if you would have never gone on those experiences, if you would have chose not to for whatever reason, you wouldn't have learned the things that you learned from when you was there. And then fast forward to this, you wouldn't have been able to write this book.
Not for sure.
And or even have the thought that my daughter deserves to have these experiences that I've been having and stuff like that. And so you took her on an experience, and not only is she experiencing this, she's experienced the process of being an entrepreneur. What she doesn't even know it yet.
Yeah.
She's in the middle of the experience of you guys hustling, being entrepreneurs, and making something out of nothing. You feel me? So that. Just even being in the vibration and frequency of that you and your girl are setting for this little girl, bro, is gonna propel her to heights that she may not even understand that she could reach just yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you guys are setting a great blueprint, bro. I do want to ask you though, on this, how was the process of actually doing this? Was it difficult? Was it time consuming? Like how long did it really take for you to have the idea and until you had this physical?
So the idea, I say it took the idea came when we was at Disneyland, to be honest. I was like, man, I'm gonna write a book about this whole experience, like the good, the bad, and it wasn't ugly. I promise. It was good. It was good, and it was a great moment. Like it's something that I'll cherish forever. So it took about a month. It took about 2 hours to write a draft of the book. It took about a couple of days to keep editing and finalizing the actual draft of the written part. Now my girl, it probably took her like a couple weeks, like 1 or 2 weeks to actually like do the illustrations. I believe she did the illustrations on Canva. There was another one too that she just told me about and I forgot.
Nah, you good.
But yeah, she did it on Canva. And yeah, I want to make sure I answer your question. What was the?
It's just like how long did the actual process?
Okay, yeah, it took about a month, I would say. Yeah, so.
He wasn't procrastinating. He did what he needed to do, bro.
Nah, because if you procrastinate, like you'll lose those thoughts. Like you'll lose those key moments. And I did lose a couple key moments because I waited like a week to do it, and I had to look at like pictures from our whole experience. But it was still fresh on my mind. But it was like, dang, wait, hold on, what happened right here? You know, so. Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. Was there any difficult parts during this process that you had to overcome?
I think just being trying to be a perfectionist. You know,
Perfectionist, yeah.
nobody perfect. Like this is our
Yeah.
first time doing this, our first rodeo. So, I think that was the challenging part. Just keep editing. Like, does this sound right? Does this flow? Does it make sense? Will
Mhm.
will people adapt to it? Will people like it?
Yeah.
Like that was the key thing.
Okay. Like for people, for the viewers and stuff like that, where can they find these?
They could find Mila's Trip to the Magical Land currently on Amazon. I'm trying to get it into some bookstores.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Oh,
currently,
that's where Pete took you to the little bookstore right
yeah,
around the
yeah,
corner. Yeah.
yeah. I'm trying to get in I think the underground bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get in there as well. So yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay, for sure, bro. Make sure you guys go check this out, bro. Like, and he doesn't just have just this. He got more. Trust me.
Yeah, I appreciate
Mm-hmm.
any feedback, all the
I
reviews.
definitely will read this, bro.
Yeah, for sure. If you could share with any
and,
your
and
little
tell
cousins,
my, you
nieces.
feel me? Like, I'll definitely read this. I got godchildren that love to read as well
Oh, for
too,
sure.
and I just have a whole bunch of people with kids. It's like I know a whole bunch of people with kids that could definitely use this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then maybe this might inspire the parents to really start actually reading with their kids and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I do want to say, like, this is very commendable, and the things that you guys have been doing has been it's not by just coincidence. Like, this is I always truly believe that everything that we do is set up with a part plan. You know what I'm saying? But in this journey, bro, it takes a real foresight to know who we really are for real and what we've been through, bro. So if I could ask you anything, if you can give an explanation of who you are, not what you want people to see, but like, really, bro, who are you for the people here? Like, but who is the man behind the book for real?
Man, that's a great question. Nobody ever asked me that.
Yeah, that's what this all is about, bro. This is about elevating that mind, elevating that frequency, thinking about things that you ain't never thought of before.
No, I'm a man who love to have a good time. I'm all about like living your best life
Hmm.
and preparing for the future. But living in the present for sure, and remembering the past.
Yeah.
Um, Also, I'm trying to answer this question like
Mhm.
really truthfully. Also, everybody experiencing some type of adversity, and I think when you overcome adversity, that shows the true character of a person.
Mhm.
Um, so if you're dealing with any adversity, just know like just getting over that hill is like a big accomplishment.
Mhm.
Um, and I've dealt with adversity for sure, and I think like the biggest one is not only losing your loved ones because that happens, and it's just like really just overcoming that adversity and you channeling that energy to do something positive.
Mhm.
I know it's easier said than done, but that's like who I am. That's who I represent.
Yeah. And everybody is capable of that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm sure in the moment, bro, there's been times where in the moment I just didn't feel like I could get through whatever it was I was going through. You know what I'm saying? But that feeling that you feel, you got to remember that it's a feeling, and feelings never last. Feelings are always like you go in and out of them
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And I've learned over time to. I'm trying to be able to get this mindset while I'm actually going through these things, like in the moment. But after, like, that's something I'm still working on. But after every single time, after I go through something or go through some shit that like shakes me or whatever, I'm usually super grateful for whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because there is a lesson that I learned that I didn't know before prior obstacle and stuff like that, and I'm learning to damn near, bro, just be okay with the downs of things. Like, I'm learning to be okay with the bad things happening, and it, like, okay, I didn't get that opportunity. Okay, well, good. Like, because not because I want to do bad or I don't want to be successful, because God don't make no mistakes. If I didn't get that opportunity, that means there's something else out there that I'm not paying attention to, or I don't know that's around the corner that's really meant for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like going through those things that we have to go through, bro. They really mold us, bro. It's like God is really chipping away at who we are. You know what I'm saying? You know, the sculptors, they chip away. It's just a big slab of rock at one point, and then as soon as after they keep chipping away, it turns into something beautiful.
Yeah, every L is a lesson, bro.
Yeah, for real,
sure.
literally, bro. And the day I decided to change my mindset and stop taking the L's as losses, only lessons, bro. And that's part of the reason the soul came about. Because at first I cut off the L because in my mind I'm like, it's the seldom observed and understood. This soul, this is SOU. We cut off the L because we tired of taking losses, bro. Only lessons.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why the soul is the way it is. It's just SOUs because there was a moment in time where I was like, bro, I'm tired. I got disgusted even looking at the L in the word. You feel me? And me having to try to come up with a word to fit the acronym for the L. I was like, no. Seldom observed and understood. If anything, I could do seldom observed and understood lately. But at the same time, it was already, I kind of already was putting the brand and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So those lessons, bro, those lessons that we learn, bro, there's been times in my life, bro, where for the life of me, I could not understand what was going on. For the life of me, I was not understanding why this happened to me or why people I love was going through these things or why I was going through certain things, bro. And there's been times where the lesson didn't come for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's not our job to determine when the lesson is learned. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we do have the responsibility to learn the lesson, but sometimes, bro, the lesson don't come right away. Sometimes you go through something, and 3-4 years later, God moves you in a way and elevates your mind and frequency through hard work and stuff like that in a way to where the light bulb turns on. You be like, damn, that's why that happened. Cause now I'm here, bro. Like that's why that happened, bro. All that pain that I just went through, bro. Now I don't look at it as pain anymore. I look at it as power. Because what I went through, even though it took 5 years to figure out, bro, it made me such into a different person, bro. Because it made me into an even better person because those lessons that we learn, bro, like and I wanna say this. That God, I believe that life is just a school, bro, and God teaches us things. He elevates us in ways, and he gives us information that we need to become the people that we want to be. But it's a school too. He's gonna give you certain things. He's gonna give you certain lessons. He's gonna give you certain people and places to learn from and stuff like that. But at some point, there's gonna be a test. When you're in school, bro, you studying for 2 weeks for one chapter. And then at the end of the 2 weeks, there's a test that needs to be passed. And so now when I go through certain things, it's like, okay, I always know when the test is coming because I've learned to be so like conscious to the point where I'm like, I'm going through these certain things and it's been a good 6 months of good times, bro. And I'm like, bro, something coming. I know something's coming and it's always like clockwork. And so now that I'm conscious enough to understand that piece of it and that the lesson is going to come at some point, you can have the best 6 months of your life. God, and you done learned a whole bunch of things. You done got stronger. You done got braver. You done, went through obstacles that you didn't think that you was going to go through, and you feel good about yourself because you went through them and you got through them. But at some point, God going to be like, all right, well, let's see if you can put and apply the things that you've been learning. Let's see if you practice what you preach.
For sure.
You feel me? Like, and at some point, we got to really stand up and do that, or else we're just gonna sit there and be drowned in our own sorrows and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah,
you have to.
And just to add to your point, you mentioned you won't notice the lesson until like a couple years down. I got a story to share about that. And it goes back to my character too, like just overcoming adversity. So I went to Sacramento State. And after my first year, I didn't take advantage of my opportunity. After my first year, I failed this class, economics class. And I was a business major at the time. And I ended up getting academically disqualified.
Oh, fuck, sure.
So after my first year of college, so it was like a big accomplishment to even get to Sac State. Just being a first generation student and being the first out of the family to get to a college. Mm-hmm. And then just losing that and just having to get disqualified from school. It's like, it was heartbreaking. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dang, like I didn't take advantage of my opportunity. But I was like, that just shows the character of a man. What you gonna do? You just gonna whine about it? Or you gonna pick yourself up? Or you gonna overcome whatever you just came through?
Real
so
shit.
Every year, I'm talking about 3 years consecutively, I was trying to apply to get back into Sac State, and they kept telling me no. They kept telling me no every year, 3 years consecutively. After the third year, they finally let me back in, and then just a long story short, for a soaking moment, I ended up graduating with a bachelor's in economics, and I was originally a business major. So that class that I failed, I was like, I want to challenge myself and actually, be an econ major. So it just shows the true character of a
Handle
person.
that like a G.
Yeah, so it was like I wanted to pick a major that was tough, but also apply like to the world. So, it's economics every day in the world, like it's supply and demand, opportunity cost. So, definitely want to share that story because it resonates with what you was just talking about. So.
Bro. Nah, for real. And, bro, everybody goes through. I truly believe, bro, we're all human beings, bro. We aren't our bodies, bro. We spirits. We're spirits, and we're spirits with individualized souls, and we go the things that we go through make us better because I believe at some point, as not even as I believe, as we know, at some point all this is gonna be over, and my goal is to raise my vibration and frequency to the highest point possible. I'm not perfect. I'm not a guru. I'm not a shaman or what. I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? But my goal is to raise my vibration to the highest point possible here on earth. So when time is done, I can go to the highest point possible. You know, and so that's just something I run with and I run through, bro. And I just know that you gain that vibration and that elevation through experience and lessons learned and real conscious thought. You know what I'm saying? And this is what this platform is for, is real conscious thought and to think about what we're actually going through and not just to go through them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to see this before it was this. You know what I'm saying? That's a gift. That's a superpower that God has placed in you, bro. That is part of the reason why you here, bro. Because somebody's gonna read this. There's gonna be a little girl or a little boy that read this one day, and this could change their life. And they don't know. They not gonna know you from a can of paint, but they gonna love and appreciate you because they might change the world based off of one little experience that you just wanted to give to your daughter, and you ain't know you're gonna impact the rest of the world.
2 experiences that I've seen. So I say a couple. It's been getting a lot of positive feedback with this book, and when I see people reading the book, and then I just see their expression, that's like the most amazing feeling. Like, it's like, oh, they really like the book. Like, the illustrations pop. I mean, the story is like rhythmic, and it's just a good flowing story. But I just want to share that my friend's niece, they were reading the book to her niece, and I thought this was the coolest moment. As they were reading the book, they get to the end of the book, and then she asks, "Where am I?" So that was like a really cool moment that she thought she was my daughter.
Oh, for real.
So it was like, dang, this book could like touch. I didn't realize I wrote this book strictly for my daughter. This is my unconditional love for her, and really just to show her like we want to take you all across the world. We want to take you to a bunch of magical places, but we definitely wanted to impact others too. And the fact that it's impacting like kids already, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like really cool.
I'm telling you, the God's plan is work. It's already happening, bro.
Yeah. And then another thing too, like I shared it with a coworker, and I was just joking around, like we was just talking over coffee, and I got a story about talking over coffee too. But we was talking over coffee, and I mentioned that I was like, I hope my book inspired you to go to Disneyland. And she was like, nah, honestly, your book, we're going to Disneyland next week because of your book.
Crazy.
I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's like really cool. I didn't think this book would be impactful. I mean, I knew the illustrations were amazing. I knew we did a good job, but I didn't think it was. I thought we did a good job for our daughter. I didn't think it was going to be like infecting people. And if it affect one person, that's all. That's like the more the merrier, you know. So I thought that was really cool.
Because then you're a part of somebody's experience now. You ain't got to be there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be there. You sparked the thought. What Tupac say, he ain't trying to change the world, but he will spark the thought in the mind that will change the world, bro. That's exactly what he talking about, bro.
Yep.
And people have to realize, people who are watching this, you, my family, people who are watching this have to realize that your actions and your choices have an effect on other people. And you've probably changed somebody's life, and they've probably done something great and amazing with that change just off of a 2-second video or a clip or one thought and idea that you had. And we need to, as people, to big ourselves up more, bro. You've probably changed someone's life and you didn't even know it. But everybody wants that. Everybody wants the recognition. Everybody wants to know and feel like they've done something in life instead of just being and living, bro. And by being and living, we will change other people. Because change. You have to inspire change to make change.
Mm-hmm. It's uncomfortable too.
It's uncomfortable. It's not gonna be easy.
Yeah.
But not everything worth having isn't easy though.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's watching this, I want you guys to understand that, bro, you are on the path that you need to be on. You know whether you do right or wrong. But we're all human. You're not the only one out here doing right. You're not the only one out here that's done wrong. You know what I'm saying? Have the empathy for human beings. Empathy is what made you write this, because you wanted your daughter to feel something.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? The empathy is why I have this podcast, is because I want people to feel something. And I know that there's a whole bunch of people out there that feel the same way that I do. And there's a whole bunch of parents out there that feel the same way that you do. And they gonna look at this and be like, damn, bro, did that shit, bro. I could do that shit. My daughter deserved that too.
For sure.
You feel me, bro? Like, and come on, that's what we need. We need more people to inspire this positive energy and shit like that, bro. Like, come on now. We've been, bro, damn a Dr. Seuss. You feel me? Like, I'm dead ass, bro. Damn a Dr. Seuss. You know what I'm saying? Even though Dr. Seuss was fire when I was young.
Yeah,
it was fire. Don't twist my words. But, bro, this is what we need. That was then. This is now. You feel me? And you doing it, bro. And
yeah,
I commend you for doing that, bro. Because I don't care what nobody say. It might have seemed minuscule to you, but there's somebody out there that got the same idea who's scared.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And maybe you was scared when you, and I could be wrong. I'm not, putting myself in your shoes or anything like that. But there's somebody out there right now that might got the same idea and they scared. But because you lead by example, bro, and you let them know that it's something that they can do as well, bro. And that could change the life of hundreds of people.
Yeah.
By what you did, by the strength that was already inside of you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And it's cool that you, it's real cool that you say that, man. And then people also, like, your core crew that you hang around with or that you hear from on a daily basis, they could be an inspiration. They don't even know it. So I want to shout out to my cousin D. Like,
all right, there, cousin
D. He gave me a book that I read to my daughters. I Can Believe in You. And although that book is tied to my daughters, like, I can believe in you as well, like that. But I read it like people believe in me to, like, deliver something, someday. So. I just want to say that to say I wrote more books. It's like three more books coming out. Like the next book coming out that's being published this weekend is Red is for Valentine's.
Mm-hmm.
And then we wrote 2 more books. Mila's trip to the aquarium, where we went to the aquarium and it's just her experience because one of her favorite movies is Finding Dory.
Okay.
We watch that every day.
Fire.
Like every day. Every time we put it on, her eyes get big. Like that Miss Rachel for sure. But shout out to Miss Rachel.
Yeah, shout out to Miss Rachel. I see you, Miss Rachel.
And then we wrote another book because we took her on our first cruise like a couple months ago. Yeah. And we ended up going like to Cabo, and I wrote a book about that too. So them books is like done. We just trying to figure out the time and when to publish them. But the Red is for Valentine's is definitely coming out this weekend. It's to follow on this book. So. And
that's on, where can I get it at?
That will be on Amazon as well. Okay. Yeah. So.
All right, check out on Amazon, bro. Red is for Valentine's.
Yeah.
Check out Red is for Valentine's on Amazon, bro, and check out this beautiful piece of work right here, bro. This is amazing. This is great. Look at this, bro. Look how detailed this is, bro. This is crazy. Y'all ain't out here doing stuff like this. Come on, look at that little beautiful little girl right there, bro. Come on, this is the happiest place in the world. You feel me? That's dope, bro.
Yeah, right on, bro. I really appreciate that, bro.
Of course, bro. Of course, bro.
I just appreciate being here, man. This is like a cool setup and everything. I was like a little uncomfortable, like starting, like going back home from P.
Nah,
and I'm like, man, hold on, I gotta get my thoughts together,
bro. For like, cause bro. I mean, I know you thank me for this, but like, no. Thank you, bro. Because look, like I said, how you might inspire somebody with this, bro. Like I know this is gonna inspire somebody today too.
Yeah.
You feel me? And before I met you, this wasn't finna happen today. I was getting ready to cancel, bro.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel good. And I'm super appreciative too that Pete came to the back room, was like, bro, it's good. He's good. Bro, you don't know how happy I was, bro.
Yeah.
Because I know that like somebody could watch this and really get super inspired, bro. And that's what I want to do is change lives. And if you wouldn't have been able to be down for it, bro, that would have never happened. This is my dream. So you're helping me, bro. You're helping my dream come true. You're helping me be able to be the person that God placed me to be, bro. And that is not for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that means something. It means something to me. I get emotional when I talk about these things because I want to change the world at some point.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I want to give people experiences, and I want to give people thoughts and gems and diamonds in their mind, bro. And the person that sees this one day and changes the world based off of the conversation that we had, bro. It's happened because of you, not because of me. Because I was finna cancel this. This happened because of you, bro.
Right on, bro.
You feel me? So I appreciate you and I thank you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
It's starting to get a little loud in here though, but we might have to, you know what I'm saying? Shop it,
yeah.
but I want you to leave them with something here.
I just want to, since we brought up Bob Marley, I want to say live, laugh, and love, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to.
Live, laugh, and love.
I was gonna ask you too. I mean,
Go ahead.
About your barbering experience. Like, I want to say, pay homage to all the barbers and beauticians in the world. Shout out to my sister Ashley Braids.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are so important to like the community, man. Because not only do y'all make somebody look better, like by a haircut, by doing a hairstyle, but like y'all give people confidence for interviews, for going to work or just getting up every day. You know, like people just to perfect themselves and look in the mirror and be like, I love myself. So I just want to say thank you to all the barbers and beauticians because y'all are important pillars in the community. And not only that, y'all are people that we could come to and talk to about like mental health issues. We talk to about what's going on in our lives, and we could just vent to y'all, and y'all are like the opening ear. So I just want to say I appreciate you. I know I haven't got cut by you yet, but I know you probably have clients that just y'all talk about random things, and I just want to say appreciate you.
No, dead ass, bro, and that's another reason I do this, bro. I just want to be able to touch people in a positive way, in the way that and barbering is helping me do that. Doing the podcast helping me do that. Doing the music is helping me do that. And I can only thank God, bro. Like thank God and my support system and my family, bro. And that's why it's happening. You feel me?
For sure.
And I appreciate you for being here, my boy.
For sure, man. For sure. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, you did that shit, though. You did good, though, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You said it's his first podcast, bro. He was up here nervous and shit. Like,
yeah, man.
Bro, he did
nervous,
cool. We just
man.
chopped it up, man. We just chopped it up. But look, the next time you come back, bro, because I'm going to bring you back for sure, bro. When the other books drop, by the time you come back, you might have about 3 or 4 books out already.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like, nah, we gonna run it back. And
I'll be happy to come back. For
sure. Bring your lady too. Talk about the process, because I'm interested to hear what she has to say about the process of and how she even got into this. Because no cap, bro, I wanted to write a comic book one day.
Yeah. And
you feel me? Shout out to my boy Trace. Like he inspired me to do that, bro. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, I need an illustrator. And I'm seeing this. I'm like, bro, this is fire, bro.
Yeah, my girl is amazing, man. I wanna plug her in too right now. Like, she runs a nonprofit for the unhoused population. Her nonprofit is Chastin Gold.
Yeah.
Not only that, she has an event that happens every year. It's a brunch in the park. So I urge you to come out if you can, if you're not busy.
Okay.
The brunch in the park, I believe it's in May. It's 2 events this year. It's in May and it's in August. So just want to plug that. Shout out to her because she's a go-getter and she's amazing. Like she made this book happen. Like I wrote the story, but she made the story pop.
Yeah,
so
made it come to life for real.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Stay tapped in, man.
Yeah, for
Stay
sure.
tapped in. We definitely gonna get shit rocking. But I appreciate you for being on the SOUCast, bro. Like, subscribe, share, comment, bro. I appreciate y'all for being here. If you stayed to watch, I appreciate you for being here, bro. You the reason why this happened today. You feel me? Shout out to P for locking this in, bro.
Yeah, shout out to P, man.
It's the second podcast I done shouted out P, bro. He gonna have to get out his comfort zone because this is the second podcast that I done been talking about P on this podcast. I'm gonna bring you in here and you not there. I'm not taking no for an answer.
Yeah, for sure.
On my mom.
For sure, you gotta get him here.
No,
man.
for sure, bro.
So you can talk about
if you made bruh, if you made bruh come, I'm making you come.
Yeah, P made me come, man.
Man, come on now.
You gotta come out here, bro.
Come on
You
now,
tripping.
man. Hey, look. Hey, but I appreciate you, man.
For sure.
Have a good night, everybody. And shit, that's a wrap, my boy.
All right, y'all. Good looking, bro.
Hey, how was it?
It was cool.
Huh?
It was
Yeah,
cool,
it was
bro.
cool.
How long was we in there
Shit,
for?
maybe like an hour, maybe.
We was in there for an hour?
Maybe not an hour. I can't see how long it is, but hold on real quick.
Hey, yo. He's looking at the phone. Whoa, he won't share.